What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. As we've been reporting here at the channel, the situation with Black Widow has been fluid the entire time, and yesterday, from one of the most trusted industry insider sources, one of the Hollywood trades that's at the top, and there's only a few, including this one, Deadline, there's a brand new report that iterates the sentiment from our video just a couple of days ago that Disney may go all in on the theatrical release for Black Widow, and in fact move it from their date in November, knowing that things may not be back to normal enough. We're going to break down this report, talk about where it's coming from, what it exactly says about Disney and Black Widow that mirrors the sentiment from our video the other day, and of course what this means for Black Widow if they're going to move it and delay it again. Does that mean that they're going all in on the theatrical release like we talked about, or that it could move to VOD? And I don't think those are as likely anymore. We're going to break down the whole story, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We're giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a whole slew of other Marvel related stuff, including this insane 1/4 scale XM Studios Beta Ray Bill and our 3rd and final Infinity Saga box set. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, as I mentioned in the prologue, when it comes to Industry Insider and Hollywood trade reports, there's only really 3 publications that we trust, and these are publications that specifically report on what's going on in Hollywood and the film industry. Of course, that's Deadline, Variety, and occasionally The Hollywood Reporter. And of the 3, today's headline actually comes from Deadline. Under the headline yesterday, Wonder Woman 1984 exhibition braces for another release date change during the pandemic post-Tenet. And why that's so important is that it can only move to a couple of dates before the end of the year, and perhaps an opening created by Black Widow. Now, this article is rather long, and I'll leave a link down in the description directly to it, and I suggest you read it. But at some point it goes on to say that they have heard whispers that Black Widow will now move again from its November 6th second release date. Now, this could mean one of 2 things, and I've seen people on the internet actually read the tea leaves and say, oh, does this mean VOD? And that's not exactly correct, and here's why. And you definitely should read the article. There will be a link directly down to this article from Deadline in the description. What they're saying is that there's only a couple of release dates that make sense for Wonder Woman 1984. They've heard these whispers within the industry, and again, if this is coming from Deadline, this isn't some random industry insider or some other publication that we're not familiar with or just posted somewhere on Reddit. If it's coming from Deadline, they're hearing it from people in the industry. If Black Widow was to move from that November 6th release date, it wouldn't necessarily be to go to VOD, but rather what we said in our video just 4 days ago, that Marvel wants to go all in on launching this theatrical release, and in order to do so, November 6th is just a little too early. We also know that there's been a reshuffling of the slate and plenty of room cleared next year for what could be a redelay, moving the Eternals into the late spring summer slot and moving Black Widow into February of next year. Again, you've got to read this article and what they're talking about, how what good movies are left, and when I say good, obviously that is a completely subjective term, but what huge blockbuster expectation movies are left, what studios want to do, and sort of shuffling around each other with what dates are left this year. That is no different than what they do during normal times. Look at what releases are up there for Disney and pick a date in which is already open. They want to do the same thing with Wonder Woman. And of course, if Black Widow were to get delayed again, it's because Disney wants to do an all-in for their theatrical release. We talked about this in the video just 4 days ago. I've always maintained at the channel Black Widow would never hit video on demand. Then I came around and did a full 180 and said, shoot, they're going to do both. They'll put it out in theaters and then release it on VOD simultaneously. They have to try to recoup as much money as they can, especially considering that their theme parks aren't open either. Disney is just hemorrhaging money. But now you hear the stories about what happened with Mulan, and I saw a lot of you say, yeah, but we'd be willing to step up and pay for Black Widow in a way we wouldn't pay for Mulan. And of course, Disney came out and immediately announced that Mulan would be out for free in December, just 3 months after charging $30 for it. That really turned a lot of people off. They're not going to do this with Black Widow. Now it only logically follows that if Black Widow gets moved again from its second release date in November 6th, which we are expecting an official announcement from Marvel sometime soon, or it will just show up in theaters where we're less than 60 days away, it's because they want to go all in on a theatrical release, and they're hoping to do so in spring of 2021. so don't get your hopes up too much if they move it that it means a VOD announcement, especially considering they've got things like The Mandalorian and then Mulan for free going pretty much from October to December with The Mandalorian running weekly, and then all of a sudden in December Mulan will be free Disney on demand. They're not going to run Black Widow out at the same time. Guys, it's looking more and more like a spring release for Black Widow 2021. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments, and quickly let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, the next of which is at the 700,000 subscriber mark. All you have to do to be entered to win, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and that'll automatically enter you to win all the rest of the prizes here at the channel, like this insane 1/4 scale XM Studios Beta Ray Bill and our 3rd and final Infinity Saga box set. Again, if you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and because it's truly random, the more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of the videos the same way we're doing here, and if you've missed any of those previous winner announcements, no worries. All you have to do, scroll back to the channel, look for the winner announcement in the sub count in the title, click on that video and scroll to the end. My name is Michael Roman. This is Everything Always, guys. Thanks for checking out the channel, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.